What is up, guys? We have a top 8 deck profile here. You may have seen him on the internet. His name is Eric. What was your last name?
Quintana.
Quintana, yes. And he took it with BY Luffy.
Yes, sir.
So here's his playmat that he got and the uncut sheet with an eBay deck box.
Yeah,
so, you an eBay seller, I'm assuming?
Nah, I got it from Gen Con. They gave it me for free, and it was a really good deck box for free.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. All right, so what were your matches throughout the whole day, Eric?
Throughout the day, I actually have it written down.
Yeah. Some Luchis,
I played like 3 Luchis, 1 Perona, 1 Bonnie. This is all Swiss.
All Swiss, yes.
So I played 3 Luchis, 1 NL, 1 starter deck Luffy, the new one that came out, 1 Bonnie, 1 Perona, 1 Reiju, and a purple Luffy.
Nice, and a purple Luffy. Okay.
Yeah.
Did Luffy get any new tools? Was that the end of the Swiss rounds that you played Luffy?
Yeah, I played it round 7.
Okay, so did they get any new tools?
No, it was just really well positioned, this format, because Red Purple Law really kept it in check. And it's really good into BY because they have 4-drop Trash Law. So it gets 2 cards out of our hand. So they have Isho without needing to pay a cost.
Yes, of course. Okay, I didn't know that until now.
Yeah. And then my top 32, I played a Bonnie. And then my top 16, I played a Lucci. And then in top 8, I lost a Mirror.
The mirror match, yeah, that's a rough one. It
happens.
Did you lose the Dyro, or did you decide on who gets
I was first in Swiss, so I got to pick. Unfortunately, our games ended up being pretty. No, I saw 0 Morias all games. He saw 1 each, which is all I needed.
Oh, that's so rough.
But even then, it was a close game. It was against Jackson, so it was a really good game overall.
Jackson Wong. Okay, cool. Let's check out your list real quick.
I run a 4 Garp, Searcher, 1K counter, Engine starter. Then I run our Awakeners, 4 Flampe, 4 Hiyori, and I run 1 Makino. I've seen people take 1 out. I decided to keep 1 in. Let's do high roll against Nami. It's a cheap Awakener, and it's a 2-get.
Awakener? Is that a terminology?
That's like basically you take your own life.
Oh, I see.
I just call them Awakeners.
Okay.
And then the actual engine, 4 Baby Sabo, 4 Baby Luffy. These are the ones that make the engine go. You get to play your big guys out of life, gain 2,000, permanently become a 9K.
Yeah.
New hotness. 4 Kuzan makes the deck super consistent, makes Bonnie an actual matchup we can win. The reducing effect is useful so many times, and their replacing stuff is fantastic.
Do they normally play 4?
Before we used to not play any, and now we play 4.
Yeah.
And usually everyone's on that now, but it's just been the best card for a while.
Because Law's gone, basically.
Yeah.
So.
Well, even with Law, it was still pretty good.
Okay.
2 Thunderbolt Sabos. This card's fantastic. It's let me push for game using a baby effect off of leader. It kills Cavendish. It KOs Luchis, unprotected Sabos. There's just so many things. And then if you combo with Kuzan, it kills 9-drop Zoro, which is the main reason we have the Kuzan, because it does that.
Got it. 9-drop Zoro. Okay.
4 Big Luffy, or 4 Fist Luffy. It is the 3rd most important card in the deck.
3rd, okay.
Yeah, I like using this against mini matchups just because it puts a lot of pressure on board, and it gets to self-awaken.
Yeah.
The best card in the deck, Sabo,
yes.
Not even close. This card is so broken. Drawing 2 cards, making sure you're working.
Yeah.
4 Rocket Luffy, a consistent card, lets us Moria combo and without losing too many cards. KOs 4 or less. Fantastic. The 2nd best card in the deck, Gecko Moria.
The 2nd, not the 1st. Okay.
No, Sabo is by far. But if you open 4 Geckos, you'll never keep. But if you open 4 Sabos, there's a world you can keep that.
Yeah. Got it.
Yeah, Gecko Moria does what it does. You bring back 2 babies, you do your combo.
Yeah.
Really good card late game. My tech, 2 Tempest Kick, does 2 things. 1, makes your deck more consistent. You just draw a card. If it's useless, like it's not a matchup where you need the reducer. And I found that after you do your first combo, you will usually have 10 cards in the graveyard, so you can get the -3, which will let Rocket Luffy KO something, Thunderbolt Sabo KO something. Works in tandem with Kuzan to kill 10-drop Dofi. 2 more Event Searchers. It's basically just Garp, but without the counter. I only have 2 because once you already find all your pieces, you don't want to search, so you can draw into the cards you can't search, like Moria, your babies, and if Kuzan if you need it. And then, or this card. And then 3 Ice Age. This is my main tech for Bonnie. You need this card in my style in order to out-tempo them, and when they play the 9-drop Zoro, you can go your first combo, Ice Age, Rocket Luffy KO to Zoro,
Oh, I
basically
see.
making him pass a turn without doing anything.
Right. So Zoro's a big problem for you in the in
Nines
that
drop
matchup?
Zoro. I mean, it doesn't matter how many blockers you have or how much health you have when that thing swings 15 3 times at you.
Yeah, right.
Heinous.
Any changes you would make going forward to OP-08, or would you keep the list pretty much
So
the
in
same?
OP-08, the main things that I think change is going to be, I think Reiju's going to be a really good deck. And I think Lucci will get better. And because Lucci's getting better because of Jack, Bonnie will be worse. So I'd probably go down on Ice Ages. I might go to Ace, regular Ace, the baby Ace, big Ace combo. Because we probably are going to need some aggression against those decks because thanks to Jack, Lucci can actually now hang in the game, KO their stuff without discarding cards, being able to cycle all the trash out.
Right.
And then with Reiju going to be popular because Black Maria came out, we're going to need to be able to handle their aggression and be aware of Pudding and the fact that they can keep up with us in Dawn, which is our main way of beating them. Because if we get to late game, they drop their board, but they have to go Dawn to attack at 9K. But now with Black Maria, they're always going to be at 10 Dawn.
Got it. Okay. And you want to play those two decks that you mentioned, right?
Yeah, I actually do. I want
to
to play those. I want to play Kalgara. I want to play everything. And it looks like so much fun. And then when the new Star decks come out, Dofi, I'm gonna make a Marco deck. That's,
right. Marco sounds pretty cool too. Dude, it sounds like a Sakazuki led.
Yeah, it is. That's how I feel like I can make it. Yeah, it's gonna be so good.
Okay, well, I'm glad that you were able to give me your input on the next meta. We'll see how it shapes out. And seeing as you're a big name in this game, I expect you to see you more in the future.
Yes, sir.
All right, peace out. Thank you for your deck follow.
Welcome.